Welcome to our channel PharmaTube, and our topic was factors affecting solubility, especially in solids in liquids. And in our previous video, we have already discussed that there are mainly the 8 factors which affect the solubility, and in our previous video, we have discussed the 3 factors which are temperature, common ion effect and particle size. So now continuing on that, now we will see the 4th factor which affects the solubility is that molecular structure modification. Now the solubility of a particular solute also depends upon its structure, that is the structure possessed by the drug molecule. And now a slight modification in the molecular structure of solids may lead to marked change in their solubility in a given solvent. So if a particular drug molecule is unionized and is unable to get dissolved in a particular solvent, and especially whenever it is a polar solvent, so at such time it becomes insoluble in that. So if we modify the structure of the drug by making their salt or obtaining their salt form, and if we dissolve that particular salt form inside the polar solvent, then it can be easily solubilized into that particular solvent. So here example is given: if a weak acid, say acetic acid, is converted to its salt form, and if hydrogen is replaced with sodium, then it forms sodium acetate, and its ionic dissociation in water increases markedly, leading to increase in interaction between solute and solvent, which ultimately increases the solubility. Now acetic acid is a organic acid, or simply we can say it is a vinegar, and whenever it is dissolved in water, then it is insoluble or shows very less solubility. But if acetic acid is converted to its salt form, likewise a sodium acetate, then it can easily dissolve in water, and which can lead to marked increase in the solubility. And as the interaction between the solute molecules and the solvent molecules takes place, so as a result their solubility can be increased. Now solubility can also be decreased by such modification such as esterification reaction. Now what is esterification reaction? Esterification reaction is that whenever the carboxylic acid as well as alcohol react in presence of acid catalyst, then it get converted to ester and water molecule is liberated. And similarly, if ester is reacted with water in presence of alkaline, then again a reversible reaction takes place and we obtain carboxylic acid and alcohol. So the reaction is given that if we use chloramphenicol antibiotics which is soluble, then upon esterification it forms chloramphenicol palmitate which is poorly soluble. So such decrease in solubility is sometimes beneficial in pharmaceutical practice, since this decrease in solubility helps in taste masking of certain drugs. See, as chloramphenicol is an antibiotic drug and it possesses antibiotic activity, but it is good soluble in polar solvents like water, as it is containing the alcoholic functional group, so it gets good solubility in water. But the problem here is that the taste of chloramphenicol is very bitter. So as a result, its taste has to be masked. So what we are doing, that we are converting it to a palmitate form, and we obtain chloramphenicol palmitate. So by converting it in such a form, it becomes poorly soluble, and so this helps to mask its taste of certain drugs. Now effect of complex formation, this is the 5th factor. The apparent solubility of some solutes in a liquid may be increased or decreased by addition of a substance that forms a complex. Complex is either more or less soluble. Now what is complex? Complex is formed between the metal and ligand, and by the formation of a coordinate covalent bond between the metal and ligand is termed as complex. So sometimes by the formation of complex, the solubility can be enhanced or can be decreased. Now we will see the first example in which the solubility will be increased when the complex is formed. So here example is given that generally iodine is insoluble in a particular solvent, or say a polar solvent. Now if we add potassium iodide to it, then it forms a complex structure of potassium iodide, that is Ki3, which is a water soluble complex. So here formation of complex is beneficial, as due to the formation of complex the solubility of iodine can be enhanced. And on the other hand, if we add a solution of tetracycline, which is an antibiotic drug, then it is soluble in water. But when tetracycline is given with milk, then milk contains calcium, so that tetracycline reacts with calcium and form calcium tetracycline complex, which is a poorly soluble. And if this complex is formed, then the absorption of milk is hindered, and due to this the calcium absorption cannot be occur. So as a result, this complex is not favorable, and here the contraindications are shown that the milk should not be given when the person is taking a particular antibiotic called tetracycline. Effect of surfactant, that is a solubilizing agent. Solubility of a poorly soluble drugs may be enhanced by a technique known as micellar solubilization, which involves the use of surfactant for increasing the solubility. Now what is micelle? At critical micellar concentration, the spherical structure which is formed by a particular surfactant is called micelle, and this surfactant are those agents which increases the solubility by decreasing the surface tension. You will learn regarding surfactant in your chapter surface and interfacial phenomena, and by learning that chapter we will go in this chapter or in this topic in much detail. Now we will see this surfactant in the form of solubility and how it affects the solubility. So it says that the solubility of a poor soluble drugs can be enhanced by technique of surfactant. So when a surfactant having a hydrophilic, basically surfactant consists of two parts, that is the hydrophilic and hydrophobic. Hydrophilic is a water loving compound, and hydrophilic or lyophilic is a water repelling or water hating compound. So when a surfactant having a hydrophilic and a lipophilic is added to a liquid, then it rearranges itself to form a spherical aggregates called micelle. So when both the types of these compounds are present, then it leads to the formation of spherical aggregates called micelle. Now let us see what happens that in case of aqueous medium, the surfactant molecules originate in such a manner that their hydrophilic portion faces the water and lipophilic portion resides in the micellar interior. So what happens that whenever a particular surfactant is dissolved along with the drug molecule in the water, say for example as here aqueous media is given, so that surfactant molecule consists of a hydrophilic part, and that hydrophilic part consists of water or a water loving factor which gets oriented towards the water molecule, while the lipophilic or water repellent factor gets surrounded inside the micellar, or it is placed in the place where the micelle is placed. An insoluble compound added to a surfactant liquid enters the micellar interior and gets solubilized. And so if we are adding say for example a compound which is non-polar and it is not able to get solubilized inside the polar solvent like water, and along with that drug which is unionized or a non-polar, if we are adding any surfactant, so what happens that the aqueous portion of that part or the hydro or the water loving portion of that part faces towards the aqueous media, while the lipophilic portion of that part goes into the micellar interior part or goes inside the micelle and gets solubilized. So you can easily see from the diagram that above the hydrophilic portion is mentioned and below the hydrophobic. In aqueous media, see how these molecules get moved towards the micelle and gets easily solubilized. Now in non-aqueous media, the surfactant molecule originate in such a manner that their hydrophobic portion faces the non-aqueous liquid and the hydrophilic portion resides in the micellar interior. So here a totally opposite synonym or the opposite scenario has been shown, where the media or the solvent is non-aqueous, say for example any organic solvent like benzene, ether or chloroform. Then in such a case, the non-aqueous medium having a surfactant molecule along with the drug molecule gets arranged in such a manner that their lipophilic or hydrophilic portion faces the non-aqueous portion, and the hydrophilic portion which has to be solubilized, say for example we have to dissolve a polar drug or a polar solute inside a non-polar solvent. So in that case we are having a hydrophilic portion which is the water loving, and it gets reside inside the micellar interior. In the previous case we have observed that the hydrophobic portion used to reside inside the micellar interior, while here in case of non-aqueous media we have seen that the hydrophilic portion resides in the micellar interior, and insoluble compound added to the surfactant liquid enters the micelle, and after entering it gets solubilized. So you can see from a diagram it is totally similar, but the change here is that we are changing the solvent or aqueous media to a non-aqueous media, and the diagram is similar to that of the previous one. Now, effect of non-electrolytes on the solubility. What are non-electrolytes? The electrolytes which are unable to get dissociate into their cations and anions. So the solubility of electrolyte in water primarily depends on the dissociation and dissolved molecules into the ion. If the compound gets easily dissociated, then it is easily soluble in a polar solvent like water. The ACE with which the electrolyte dissociates depends on the dielectric effect of the solvent, which depends on the polar nature of the solvent. So the solubility of a particular drug or the electrolyte mainly depends upon the dielectric effect, and it also depends upon the polar nature of the solute. Addition of water soluble non-electrolytes such as alcohol to an aqueous solution of a sparingly soluble salt decreases the solubility of a sparingly soluble electrolyte, that is the salt. Now, whenever we are adding water soluble non-electrolyte, for example taking an alcohol to an aqueous solution or a solution of a substance which is very less soluble, so at that time क्या होता है कि solubility of a sparingly, that is the जो solution कम soluble होता है तो उसके अंदर उसकी solubility कम हो जाती है, क्योंकि उसके अंदर salt formation हो जाता है. As it leads to the formation of salt, so as a result the salting out process takes place. So here the effect is due to the lowering of dielectric constant of the solvent by the non-electrolyte, and in turn reduces the dissociation of salt. So from this we can conclude that for a polar solvent, if higher is the dielectric constant, then higher is the solubility of a particular solute inside the solvent. But here we can see that due to the effect of decrease in the solubility or due to the formation of salt, the effect gets lower due to the dielectric effect, or the dielectric constant gets reduces. So as a result, dissociation of the salt also reduces, so the solubility gets also affected. Now, solubility of electrolyte. Solubility of non-electrolyte depends primarily on the formation of weak